Commissioners. Before us today is in fact the Department of Neighborhood Development. Present today is Rick Wilson. He's the Deputy Director of Finance for the Department of Neighborhood Development. And vote number 1 is going to be presented by James Smith. Vote number 1 is a conveyance to Harry Ross Finkel, trustee of the Finkel Family Realty Trust. It's vacant land located at an unnumbered parcel on Washington Street in Roxbury. The purchase price is $2,500. James, if you present your vote request, please.
Thank you. Good morning, Commissioners. On behalf of the Department of Neighborhood Development, I'm here to request PFC approval for the conveyance of an unnumbered parcel of land located on Washington Street in Roxbury to Harry Ross Finkel, trustee of the Finkel Family Realty Trust, as outlined in your vote package. D&D conducted a public process that resulted in this vote request. Community notification letters were mailed to property owners in the vicinity of the site on October 17th, 2017, notifying the public of D&D's intent to offer the parcel for sale. A request for proposals was issued on November 13th, 2017, due December 21st, 2017. The RFP was advertised in the State Central Register, Boston Herald, and City Record. One proposer responded to the RFP and was determined to meet the eligibility criteria. And on March 14th, 2018, PFC approved the tentative developer designation of Harry Ross Finkel, trustee of the Finkel Family Realty Trust. The vote package includes a comprehensive memo about the project and this request. I've provided 2 handouts related to this request, which are projected on the screen. The first is an assessor's map showing the parcel boundaries, and it's this narrow blue line here. The parcel is approximately 1 foot in width by 134 feet in length. And the second is an aerial image showing the parcel in context with the neighborhood. In summary, if PFC approves this request, it will result in the following public benefits: revenue generated by the sale of the parcel of $2,500, and by removing the parcel from D&D's inventory, the city will be able to avoid future costs and liabilities associated with maintaining the parcel. If the Commission has any questions, I'd be happy to answer them at this time.
No questions. Again, I compliment the department on getting rid of these parcels that have no value to anyone other than the abutter.
Thank you for your presentation. I make a motion that we approve this request.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Vote number 1 is approved for the record. Vote number 2 will not be presented today. The Department of Neighborhood Development has respectfully requested removal of this vote with the ability to provide public notice and presentation at a future date. Thank you. Vote number 3. Vote number 3 is being presented by James Smith, again, a Senior Environmental Compliance Manager with the Real Estate Management and Sales Division of the Department of Neighborhood Development. This vote request concerns the transfer of the care, custody, management control of the land and building located at 48 Tyleston Street and 50 Tyleston Street in the North End District of the City of Boston. This is a property transfer between city departments. James, if you present your vote request, please.
Thank you. Here to request Public Facilities Commission approval for the transfer of 2 contiguous parcels of land located at 48 and 50 Tyleston Street in the North End to the care, custody, and control of D&D from the Property and Construction Management Department, which was previously doing business through the Public Facilities Department. The parcels consist of a total land area of 1,016 square feet and are approved with a 3-story masonry and wood frame building with a gross area of 2,200 square feet. The Property and Construction Management Department does not have a current or anticipated future need for the parcel and has requested transfer to D&D. And if PFC approves this vote request, D&D will assume responsibility for the parcels and plan for future disposition. I provided 3 handouts. The first 2 are assessor's maps showing the parcel boundaries. First, 48 Tyleston Street, 50 Tyleston Street. And the third is a photograph showing the site and building in context with the neighborhood. I'm here to answer any questions you may have. Thank you.
No questions. Thank you for your presentation. I make a motion that we approve this request.
Second, all in favor? Aye.
Thank you. Vote number 3 is approved.
Thank you, Commissioner.
number 4 is being presented by Jordan Desi. She's a project manager with the Real Estate Management and Sales Division of D&D. The vote request concerns tentative developer designation and intent to sell to Boston Food Forest Coalition, Inc. It's vacant land located at 101 and 103 Ellington Street in Dorchester. The purchase price is $200 for both parcels. Jordan, if you'd present your vote request, please.
Good morning, Commissioners. I'm here requesting PFC approval of the tentative developer designation of Boston Food Forest Coalition, Inc. for the parcels identified in the vote package in the Dorchester section of Boston. D&D conducted an extensive public process that resulted in this vote request. A community meeting was held to discuss the development of the parcels, where residents provided input and supported development as open space. A request for proposals was issued on January 16, 2018, and advertised in the State Central Register and the Boston Herald. One development team applied to the RFP and was determined to meet the eligibility criteria. Based on community feedback and D&D review of the application against the RFP evaluation criteria, we recommend the tentative developer designation of Boston Food Forest Coalition, Inc. In particular, the Boston Food Forest Coalition proposal permanently preserves the parcels as agricultural open space and brings a community garden to the Dorchester neighborhood, which will provide fresh local produce and opportunities for residents to learn about urban agriculture and local food production through on-site programming. The vote package includes a comprehensive memo about the project and PFC vote requests. I've also provided 2 handouts related to this vote, which are displayed on the screen. The first is an aerial map of the 2 parcels, and the second is a street view of the current conditions. And the last handout is a site rendering for the garden. And you can see here, this garden is unique in a lot of its layout. Everything on site is fruit or vegetable producing. So there's apple trees, apricots, peaches, pistachios will be grown here. These are vertical beds, and then these are the traditional garden plot beds. So we thought that this proposal was really unique in that anybody walking by can take what they need from the garden, rather than a typical structure where somebody takes ownership of a particular bed and they farm it and they get, you know, their produce from there. So we thought that this was a great model, and we are excited to see it come to fruition. In summary, if PFC approves the vote request, it will result in the additional following benefits. This proposed development will transform just over 6,000 square feet of vacant land into an active urban agriculture site. In addition, the city will avoid approximately $2,000 in annual maintenance costs. And by returning these parcels to the tax rolls, the city can expect to recoup revenue via property taxes. We are confident Boston Food Forest Coalition will be a great neighbor and benefit to the community, and I'm happy to answer any questions you may have.
How do you grow pistachios?
I didn't know you could, honestly, I guess. It's a really unique structure that they have there, but I didn't know you could grow those in Boston, so.
I didn't think you could either.
Yeah, they have gooseberry up there,
And I love
some
pistachios.
elderberry, yeah. So
I'll have to
some nice
visit
stuff.
that garden in the future.
I know you weren't expecting that question.
Yeah.
I have no questions. Great project. I make a motion that we approve.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. This vote number 4 is hereby approved. Vote number 5 is also provided by Jordan Desi. She's a project manager with the Real Estate Management and Sales Division. This vote request concerns tentative developer designation and intent to sell to Eastie Farm Incorporated. It's vacant land located at 294 to 296 Summer Street in East Boston. The purchase price is $100. Jordan, if you'd present the vote request.
Yep, so here requesting PFC approval for tentative developer designation of Eastie Farm, Inc. for the parcels shown on the screen and identified in the vote package in the East Boston section of Boston. D&D conducted an extensive public process that resulted in this vote request. 2 community meetings were held to discuss the development of the parcel, where residents provided input and supported development as open space. The first meeting was held in 2014, and since then, Eastie Farm has been operating the site as a community garden using a temporary use license. The second meeting, held in 2016, was requested by the residents of the area in support of Eastie Farm Inc. becoming the permanent owner of the space. A request for proposals was issued on January 16th, 2018, and advertised in the State Central Register and the Boston Herald. One development team applied to the RFP and was determined to meet the eligibility criteria. Based on community feedback and D&D review of the application against the RFP evaluation criteria, we recommend the tentative developer designation of Eastie Farm Inc. In particular, Eastie Farm's proposal permanently preserves the parcel as agricultural open space and allows Eastie Farm to continue providing fresh local produce and opportunities for residents to learn about urban agriculture and local food production through on-site programming. The vote package includes a comprehensive memo about the project and the PFC vote request. I've also provided a few handouts related to this vote request, which are displayed on the screen. The first is the aerial map of the parcel. The second were the conditions when Eastie Farm, in 2014, when they first took it over. So before they had their temporary use license, this was what the site looked like. And the third is a site plan for the garden. And this one, you can see, has the typical garden beds in the back. They have a workspace where they can teach classes. They do a lot of programming with the Eastie schools and the YMCA, Boys and Girls Club. So they'll do that here. And then this is a community gathering space, and their stormwater filtration system is actually in partnership with the neighbors, who were some of the folks that advocated to get this request for proposals going. So we're looking forward to this. And in summary, additional public benefits would include improving upon a beloved community garden. In addition, the city will avoid approximately $1,000 in annual maintenance costs, and by returning this parcel to the tax rolls, the city can expect to recoup revenue via property taxes. We are confident that Eastie Farm will continue to be a great neighbor and benefit to the community, and I'm happy to answer any questions you may have.
No questions. Congratulations again to the department and to you for putting these lots to good public use. I make a motion that we approve vote number 5.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Vote number 5 is approved for the record. Is there a motion to adjourn?
I make a motion that we adjourn.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.